drink some beer!
We've got a new seating arrangement.
No, let's do it.
We're on video. We've got alcohol.
We're all doing it.
And it's the 937 KAZY Craft Beer Buzz. With Tommy T.
Misty.
And Chuckerdoo. And, of course, we've got Adam from our sponsor, The Peppermill.
And we've got Mercedes from my loins. Oh, it's my daughter.
You have loins?
No, I don't know.
Yikes. Straight, fresh from the womb, Mercedes. And, but yes, we are the Craft Beer Buzz. This is sponsored by the Peppermill, 1618 Stillwater Avenue.
Thanks, Peppermill.
Where every Wednesday night, including tonight, is LSDJing trivia. If you guys haven't done pub trivia before, these guys are great at it, and it's a lot of fun. And if you don't do it,
then you're missing out.
You're stupid. You don't know anything.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
it's trivia.
Nothing. You don't have to know anything though. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's just coming up with the most ridiculous team name and going on from there. How's everybody?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm doing excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah.
As fresh as you are, I thought you'd be stickier.
Because these are cold.
They are.
Yes,
well,
these
don't
are
shake
cold in
them,
front of us.
Tommy.
Oh, I just shook it just a second there.
Okay, so for this week's Craft Beer Buzz, we are going to celebrate a couple things. The first round, actually, how should we do this? This one's not from Black. The first beer we're going to start with is not from Blacktooth, but we are going to talk a lot about Blacktooth because the 2019 best craft beer bars in the country was released by craftbeer.com, where the country votes.
Yeah.
Votes?
Isn't that a
Voights.
basketball?
What's a Ute?
What?
Votes. And Blacktooth Brewing Company took first place for good old Wyoming. So we're going to drink some
Again.
Blacktooth beers today.
Woo.
But we're also, I saw one of my buddies from Left Hand Brewing Company last week, and he brought me up a Wake Up Dead Nitro, which we love. And so I figured we'd start with that while it's cold and before it sprays all over the place. You want to?
Russian Imperial Stout.
Yes.
Russian.
Russian Imperial Stout. And Mother Russia, Nitro wakes up you.
I'm intimidated.
So beautiful.
That sounded good.
Oh, right. It tastes good.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Put a head on that.
It looks right. It looks like chocolate
Wake
milk.
up
It
dead.
doesn't taste like chocolate milk.
So y'all can jump
Jeez.
on
Oh, I need one more
YouTube,
cup, don't I?
get our podcast going.
Yeah, we got the podcast on YouTube. We're going to be moving to a new time at the end of this month.
Yes. Oh,
Last week
yeah.
in March, we moved to our new time.
Oh, is it the last week
Yeah,
in March?
we thought it was this week, but, you know, we were just a little bit premature.
Man, and I never prematureness.
Thank you. Premature.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Good to see you guys. So, yeah, Wake Up Dead, Russian Imperial. Left Hand Brewing Company really has mastered nitrogen beers.
Yes.
We all are familiar with nitro because of Guinness. Like when you think of nitrogen beers, everyone thinks of Guinness because that's the granddaddy of them all. The cool thing is that Left Hand has, in the U.S., become the godfather of nitro in the U.S. I mean, they've really just grabbed it by the ears and forced nitrogen to do what they want it to do.
What would it be internationally then if that's taken over, say, in the U.S.? Do you even know?
Some alliance between us and Winchester.
Okay, good.
An
Against, I
alliance,
don't know.
thank God.
Good.
Yeah.
At least some allies with the old country.
Yeah.
Or some old country.
Absolutely.
So this is
Never been to Winchester.
This is a 10.2 guys.
Yep.
So
Nice.
can you buy
Hold
this
on.
in a 4-pack, a
And
6-pack?
Adam just shot his.
So did Tommy. I
yeah,
watched
so,
them.
So this comes in a 4-pack. And Left Hand is pretty cool. I love that they came out with the nitro
Take
cans
your
last
numbers on your
year.
Mercedes.
I get intimidated by nitro.
Are you intimidated?
Yeah, it's just
Did you have the? Oh yeah.
it's too thick for me.
No wonder she didn't want to admit that on air.
I'm intimidated.
Did she have? Remember a couple weeks ago when I brought in the samples of the nitrogen blonde berry ale?
Yes.
Did you have that one?
Yeah, and I do think that one was a little better.
It was the right amount of thickness
Yeah.
and just the right amount of color.
It's all in the girth. So not only is this a 10.2 as far as alcohol, it's a 45 IBU.
Right.
Which the higher the IBUs, the more bitter
Yeah,
or
like the
bitter
hop
hoppy.
bitterness.
Yeah. And so this is, to me, kind of a higher hops than I normally get. I like it like 30-ish, like 20-ish. So I'm surprised that this is a high IBU.
And it might be because why I'm liking this a little more.
Oh, you
Ah.
are.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Maybe that bitterness.
Well,
Yeah.
drink up,
I have to say,
gentlemen.
this is actually my favorite so far.
Really?
So-
Of the shows that I've been on.
So here's a fun fact. I have. It's funny when everyone thinks of dark beers. if you're really not into beer, a lot of times I hear often, "Oh, I don't like dark beers because I don't like bitter beers." But when you think of dark beers, the iconic one is Guinness, and Guinness is a great dry Irish stout. It is also at 45 IBUs.
Oh.
Which is right. It's pretty hoppy.
Yeah.
So like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which is the classic American iconic pale, and and it's known for being hoppy. It's right around 35 IBU. So Guinness is actually hoppier than Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and because it is so dry, a lot of times people think that
It's got low IBUs, or
well, no, they think that dark beers are bitter.
Oh,
because
okay.
everyone's had a Guinness.
Yeah.
And if that's your experience into dark beers, you think bitterness.
And for me, that would be it. That would be my experience in the dark beers.
But
It's
it's
just-
also a little bit more full-bodied as well. But you know what? So when we go into our next segment, we'll break into this Cowboy Joe, and you'll see the difference. Just because it's dark doesn't mean it's bitter. And actually, it shouldn't mean it's bitter ever, because dark beers typically aren't. I mean, you can get a little bit of bitterness from some of the malt, but I think
what I'm hearing is this.
yeah.
What I'm hearing is
So,
this.
long story short, dark beers are not necessarily better.
Yes. As a matter of fact, they're normally not bitter.
Yes, I didn't think they were. Go ahead, Tommy.
I was just going to say I'm the only person in the room who was actually listening to Chuck during that last.
Yeah, buddy.
That's not true.
No, we're listening.
Because I was going to say, all right,
Ginger's
we'll get
unite.
into that next beer here coming up in just
Let's
a few
do it.
minutes as we continue the craft beer buzz
Yeah.
here on 93.7 KZ.
Yeah.
Thanks, Peppermill.
Thanks, Peppermill.
All right, we'll be back.